Hi, good evening.
Hi, Prasad.
Oh
Hi,
no, 5 minutes.
Prasad.
So shall we start?
Prasad, Sushma is not joining the class today. She is not feeling well.
So any questions from the previous topics?
Yes, I have question. Can I ask you now or
Yes,
after
yes,
this? Okay.
yes. What is it? First of all, you tell me, then I will tell you like whether it
Yeah,
will be
like
done.
I was trying to I was trying to practice SQL thing from the different database, like from the linked up connection from the linked up
Hmm.
database. So there was some problem, like the connection was not proper or something. I was getting the error.
And did
That
you did you pass the connection for the SQL transformation in the session properties?
yes. And for the script
Mm-hmm.
also, it's not able to read my files. I've kept them in proper place as well. So those two things I want to ask you.
Okay, we are going to see at the end of the class. Why? Because actually there is no power here.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I was running on my laptop backup. Okay, so I think I don't know till what time it will be lasting up. So first of all, we are going to finish the class today. It's still
Uh-huh.
by the time I think the power comes back. Okay, so we're
Okay.
going to start the class. Okay. So if something got disconnected in the middle of the session, think that the battery has been completed. Okay, so I think hope so the power comes back. Yeah. So in today's session, we are going to learn about the maplets and worklets and reusable transformations and reusable tasks. Okay. So what is a reusable transformation? Yes, we got the bar. Yes, thanks God. Just a minute. Do anybody remember Like at the starting of the class, like at the starting of this course, I have explained about the transformation developer. Do anybody remember what is the transformation developer is? Any one of you? What is a transformation developer? No one?
No.
Mohanlata and Vijesh, do you remember what is a transformation developer is? We haven't there are 5 tools integrated in this Informatica Power Center Designer. That is Source Analyzer, Target Designer, Transformation Developer, Maplet Designer, and the Mapping Designer. At the starting of the course, I have told you that we are going to discuss about the Transformation Developer and the Maplet Designer later, once we see all the transformations. Let me open the Informatica Power Center Designer. So at the time, I have explained that in the Transformation Developer, we are going to create a reusable transformations. That means any logic, if you are implementing the same logic across multiple mappings, instead of that, we can create one reusable transformation, and that can be reused across the multiple mappings. And when it comes to the Maplet Designer, we can create a reusable logic that involves a multiple transformation. That means a set of transformations. By using a set of transformations, we can create one reusable logic, and that can be used across a multiple mappings. Okay. And today we are going to see about the transformation developer and the Maplet Designer, and what is a reusable transformation is. Okay. Okay, today's class we're going to see about the transformation developer. First, what is the transformation developer? So in this transformation developer, I'm going to create one reusable transformation. So in the previous classes, whenever we are using the lookup transformation, when in the previous examples we have already seen, that means whenever if you want to fetch any department name and location, what we are doing here, every time we are creating one lookup transformation, and we are adding the conditions, and we are creating the lookup on department table. So we have used this lookup transformation across multiple mappings. So whenever there is a scenario, that means the same logic is implemented across multiple mappings, we can create one reusable transformation in the transformation developer, and that transformation we can use across a multiple mappings. Okay, so now I'm going to create one reusable transformation so that I can reuse that across multiple mappings. Click on transformation developer and go to click on lookup transformation and click back on the workspace. So here I'm going to create one lookup transformation that will be doing the lookup on the department table. Department table, and select OK. And here I will add one condition in underscore department number, and this one is a decimal field. Second, this one is the input port. Okay, this one is the input port, and for this condition, I'm going to give the condition department number equal to department number. This transformation name is LKP underscore DEPT. Okay. So here I have created one reusable transformation. So what are the transformations that which you create in the transformation developer? You can see those transformations here under the transformations folder. You can see this is the transformation that which I have created. So whenever, if you want to create any lookup on the transformation, that means on the department table, you can just directly use this lookup transformation. Directly use this lookup transformation. That means, so in this example, so I will delete this. So just I can directly use this instead of recreating the lookup transformation again and again. Just I can use this. So everything is in place. The department, the condition, everything is in place. Just you need to map this. That's it. So instead of again doing the lookup on department table on which source or target, again giving the condition, adding the department number, so this rework can be reduced by creating the reusable transformation. So whenever there is a requirement where we want to do the lookup on department, we can use this transformation and we can reuse this across multiple mappings. Understood everyone? The transformation developer.
So it's like the procedure, right? We create the procedure and then we call them.
It's not the procedure, it's a transformation. It's nothing to do with the procedure, okay? It's just transformation. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's
Chappan.
only used for lookup, only మనం lookup transformation కి యూజ్ చేస్తామండి
No,
transformation.
no. Oh, it can be done for any of the transformations.
Okay.
Okay. So there are some transformations that can be that cannot be used in the transformation developer, like source qualified transformation and the joiner transformation. We cannot use it in the transformation developer because joiner transformation is depending upon the multiple sources which you join, right? So we cannot create such transformations as a reusable objects. Okay. So now I have used the lookup transformation, and this is how we create the reusable transformations. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the shortcut. That means you have implemented one logic in the router transformation. Okay, where is that? This is the router transformation. Okay, this is the mapping, not this. Okay, yes. Okay, so in this router transformation, what we're doing here, we are capturing the department number and department number and 20, department 10 and 20. Let's say that I want to convert this transformation into a reusable transformation. For that, just click on this router transformation, and you can see here there is an option in the transformations tab. You have an option called make reusable. make reusable. That means till now it is a non-reusable object. So if you check that option, it will be converted to a reusable transformation. Okay, so just click on this and it will throw a message that it will show a message that converting this transformation to a reusable cannot be reversible. That means once you convert it to a reusable, we cannot convert that into a non-reusable transformation. Okay, so I'm going to select yes and okay, save it. And now you can see the transformation here, router department number. So now this is a reusable transformation. If you want to route the records based upon the department numbers, you can directly use this router transformation instead of instead of creating groups and all everything. So you can directly create this. You can use this router transformation in different mappings. Understood, everyone? Any questions about the transformation developer? So that's it about the transformation. We can create reusable transformations. Okay, I'm going to show you one example for the transformation developer. So in this expression transformation, I'm going to do some validations. Okay, so in this expression transformation, this is string 1 and this is an input port. Copy and I'm going to add. So this one is a output port. Okay, so this is an input port and this one is the output port. So here I'm going to write the condition ltrim rtrim. So this expression transformation, I'm creating it for doing some validations on the columns. Okay, so this is the string 1. In the same way, I'm going to add one more here. This one is the string 2. Okay, string 2. Copy this and paste it. This one is o underscore string 2. Again, I'm going to make this as ltrim. So what does the ltrim and rtrim will do? What is the trim function?
Trim removes left spaces.
Ltrim rtrim means ltrim removes the left spaces and rtrim will remove the right spaces. Okay, so here this one and copy paste it. So this one o underscore. So here I'm creating one expression transformation which have some validations. Okay, so here I'm going to make this as a date and time. This one to date of date 1. This one is the date 2. This one is the string and I will copy this and add here. Okay, so we have two date validations functions in this expression transformation. At the same time, we have two string validations. Okay, so whenever if you want to do any validations, that means if you want to trim any string values, we can use this expression transformation and we can directly use it in the mapping. In the previous examples, like if you want to convert any string values to the date format, we can just pass that values to this date 1 and date 2. If we have multiple date columns, we can pass those values to this date 1 and date 2 and we can get the corresponding values from the date 1 and date 2 output ports. And similarly, if you want to trim any data that which you are receiving from the source column, we can use this expression transformation directly and we can trim that strings. This is how we can create a reusable transformations. Most of the times you're going to create the lookup transformation reusable, and this kind of validations we are going to use for the reusable transformations. Any questions on transformation developer? Okay. Next, we are going to see about the maplets. What is a maplet? We are going to see now. So in the maplet designer, as I said, right, so in the transformation developer, we can create a reusable object which involves only one transformation. But when it comes to the maplet designer, we can create a reusable logic that involves a multiple transformation, that involves multiple transformations. That means go to maplet designer. Similarly, how we create the mapping, here also we are going to create one maplet. Okay, I'm going to create one maplet. So for that, just click on maplet designer and maplets and create m_maplet. Okay. So in this maplet, first of all, we need to create one input group and one output group. Okay. So this input value will be the input for this maplet, and we have the output group, maplet output group. You're going to receive the output. I'm going to explain like what is this input and output group. So whenever you use this maplet, right, you're going to pass the value to this input, and you're going to get the result from this output of this maplet. Okay. So just a minute, what I will do is just I'm going to copy the names. We cannot use source qualifier in the maplet. Just to add the names, I just added the source qualifier. So, okay, so this is my maplet input. Similarly, I will create one expression transformation. So just to add the names, I have added the source qualifier. We cannot use the maplet. Okay, so in this maplet logic, what I'm doing is I'm going to connect all these columns to this. Okay, so in this expression transformation, so I'm going to create one more router transformation. In this router transformation, what we're doing, I'm going to route the records based upon the department numbers. Okay, so here I'll create three groups: department number 10, department number 20, and department number 30, and here department number equal to 10 and department number equal to 20, and this one is the department number equal to 30. Okay, so I have created three groups. Okay, so depending upon the output, we need to create the multiple output groups. That means for the department number 10, we need to have one output group here. Okay, for the department number 10 records, we'll have one output group. And for the second output group, that means for the department number 20, we will have another output group. And next one, department number 30. Okay. So this one, I'm going to name it as, the naming convention is mplt underscore input. Okay, maplet input for the input, maplet input, and this one is mpl output department number 10. Okay, so similarly I'm going to rename it for all the outputs of this maplet. So this one is the 20, this one is the 30. Okay. So in this maplet, what I have used here, I have used one expression transformation and one rotor transformation. Two transformations I have used here. So here, whenever if you want to route the records, we can use this maplet. We can use this maplet. Okay. So which involves multiple transformations. So now we have created one maplet. So that maplet will be stored under this. You can see here m underscore maplet. So whenever if you want to route the records based upon the department number, you can use this maplet. That means, so let me create one mapping so that we can use this maplet. Create m underscore maplet. Okay. So just I will add this EMP source. I will add this EMP source, and here we can use this maplet. Just add this maplet, and we will have, you can see it will have one input group and the three output groups that which you have created in our mapping. We have created one input group and the three output groups. So I will connect all these columns input ports to this maplet, and directly we can connect to this department 10, 20 and 30.
And if you want to add more columns so that if there are the table structure is different, then what we can do with it.
Sorry?
Suppose like if there are more columns, like column names are more than.
Then you need to, depending upon the columns, you need to create for that, right? So if it is the column, then if you have additional columns, based upon that, you need to create the maplet. So here, for your understanding exam purpose, just I'm showing you the same columns, okay? So it should be not like it wouldn't be the same case, and it won't be that much simple. The maplet will be, if you are implementing the complex logic across multiple mappings, then only you're going to use this maplets. Okay, here just I'm showing a sample example. They're like every time it won't be the same number of columns and same number of target. Because the column and source and target won't be having the same number of columns. Okay, most of the times we're going to fetch the data from different sources and we're going to integrate the data into the target. Okay, so if you are having any additional columns, we need to fetch those columns. Let us say that here I will delete this. Okay, so I have a requirement, that means here, okay, let it be based upon this. This is the output. Okay, so this is the output which you are going to receive. So let us say that you are saying that I want to generate the department name and location. Let it be. So for this group, this is the table. This is the question you're asking, right? So if you have additional columns, department name and location are the additional columns. Let us assume that. Okay. So here I'll create one lookup transformation. Source unconnected lookup I'm going to create. So the department, and for this department, score department, and this one is the input port. On this input port I'm going to give the condition. Okay, and save it, and this one will be okay, department. So now in this expression transformation, I'm going to call this lookup. For all the department numbers, I want to generate the department names. Here I'm going to create one more output port, LKP underscore dname. This one is the output port. underscore department number. Actually, we forgot to check this return port for this. So department name. So in this way, if you have any additional columns from that result, we need to generate the values. Okay, got it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So from that result, it couldn't be every time we will be connecting to the target. Okay. From that result, we are going to do some. We are going to apply some other logic. Save it. So this is our maplet mapping. I will create one workflow for this. Go to workflow mappings. Copy this mapping. Workflow and create WF underscore maplet. Who is that? So can we on mute, please? Who is that? Sorry. And create. This one will be m underscore maplet and done. So I will link these two again in the mappings. You need to give the connection source, and this one is the target, normal, normal. This one is the target. This one is also target. This is also normal. For the lookup transformation, we need to give the connection value. Start workflow. It has succeeded. And if you see the properties, we have department 10, 20, and these are the records, and it has loaded into the corresponding targets. This is about the maplet designer. Okay. We cannot use joiner and source qualifier in the maplet designer. Okay. Cannot use those transformations in the maplet designer at the same time in the reusable transformation as well. That means in the transformation developer. This is the concept. So if you want to implement any logic, means a reusable logic across multiple mappings, we can create the transformation. If it is a one transformation, then we can create with the help of the transformation developer. If you want to create a reusable logic that involves a multiple transformations, that can be created in the maplet designer. This is about the maplet and reusable transformations. Next, we will see the reusable tasks. So far, every time, so session is one of the tasks. Okay, session is also. So these are the list of tasks that are available in the workflow manager. You can see these are the list of tasks, and so far we are using the session task. We haven't seen the remaining tasks. Okay, so whenever if you create any task in the workflow designer, that task will be a non-reusable task. The tasks which we create in the task developer, here you can see the task developer, that will be a reusable task. That will be a reusable task. The task, and you can see here when you click on the task developer on the right hand side, there are only 3 tasks are available. Remaining are not available. You can see only the 3 tasks are available. That means only these 3 tasks can be created as a reusable tasks: session, command, and email. Okay, only these 3 tasks can be created as a reusable. Okay, so now I will create one reusable session in this task developer. I'm going to create one reusable session in this task developer. Click on this session, click back here, and they will associate with any of the mappings. Let source qualifier and save it. Okay, so we have created one reusable session. So whatever the sessions that which you create in this task developer will be seen under this sessions. Will be seen under this sessions. Okay. So how to identify which one is a reusable and which one is a non-reusable? Okay. So let us say that if you add this session, and you can clearly see the difference between these two sessions are. You can see the green color icon here. Okay. So this represents that this session is a non-reusable session. This session is a non-reusable session, and this is a this is a reusable session, and this is a non-reusable session. Okay, so this is how you create a reusable sessions. So whenever you are using any reusable task, that means whenever if you are using, let us say that I will add this, and if you want to modify this session, if you want to do any changes to this session, okay, you should not modify in the workflow designer. You should not modify in the workflow designer. You should modify that in the task developer only. Let us say that you want to pass some connection to this sessions. That means that the required source and target connections. You should not pass those source and target connections in this workflow designer for the reusable tasks. You should pass those connections in this task developer only. Okay, that means double click on this, and you need to add the source and the target connections here. Apply. Okay, save it. Okay, so we need to do the changes in the task developer only, not in the workflow designer for the reusable task. If you double click on this, let us say that if you want, you have done some changes in the workflow designer. Let me disable this. You can see on the right hand side there is an option. You can see the revert option is popping up. This resembles that you are doing the changes for the for the reusable task in the workflow designer, not in the task developer. Okay, you can select this revert, and it will be back to the original state. So if you do the changes here, it won't show that message. You can see there is no such message. Okay, so whenever if you want to do any changes, we need to do those modifications for the reusable task in the task developer only, not in the workflow designer. Okay, so whenever if you let us assume that you want to do some changes, okay, the shortcut for to open this session in the task developer is just right click and open task. Okay, and this task will be opened in the task developer. You can see this task is being opened in the task developer directly. So now you can do the changes, whatever the changes you want, you can modify those changes. And whenever you're using this option, that means right click and open task, there shouldn't be any task present in this task developer. There shouldn't be any task present in this task developer. So if any task is present, let me show you what will happen. So let it be. Okay, let us assume that let us say that this connected lookup is there in the task developer. Okay, we haven't cleared it, so it is there in the in the task developer. Now what I will do is I'm going to again go back to the source qualifier reusable task and just right click and open task, and you can see it will open which session it is opening up. It is opening the connected lookup, not the source qualifier lookup. So whenever you're using this option, there shouldn't be any tasks present in the task developer. Go to workflow manager, workflow designer, just right click. Now if you select the open task, it will open the source qualifier transformation only. If you have any tasks that are present in this task developer, the task will be open, not the task which you are trying to open. Okay, so you should be careful, and there shouldn't be any tasks present when you are using this option. This is about the reusable task. Okay, so the task which we create in the task developer will be a reusable tasks, and in the workflow designer you're going to create the non-reusable tasks. Similarly, how we have converted that non-reusable transformation into reusable, here also we have the same option. If you click this as a make it reusable, this task will be converted as a reusable task. Okay, and it cannot be revert back to non-reusable. This is about the reusable and non-reusable tasks. And just a minute, and just give me a 5 minutes of break. I will be back in 5 minutes. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. So everyone is clear, right, so far about the reusable tasks? Deepthi,
Yes,
Brajesh.
sir.
Reusable task represents a green icon of session.
Not represents,
Session.
we can, yeah, it will be having this icon. We can easily identify this is a reusable task. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So just give me 5 minutes. I will be back in 5 minutes and we'll continue the session. Just give me 5 minutes. Yes. Yeah. So everyone is there? Yeah. So we are discussing about the reusable tasks and reusable transformations, and we have seen the maplet. And next we are going to see about the worklets. We're going to see about the worklets. So in the same way how we have created a maplet with a set of transformations, the same concept applies here as well for the worklet. So a worklet is nothing but a set of sessions that can be reused across multiple workflows. Okay, so here is the worklet designer. In this worklet we can create in the worklet designer we are going to create the worklets which can be used across multiple workflows. I'm going to create one worklet. So click on worklet and create KLT. WRKLT is the naming convention for the worklet, and I'm going to give it as worklet only. And here I will add 2 sessions to this worklet. Okay, so this worklet is having 2 sessions, and here we have 2 sessions in this worklet. So let me save this, and the worklet will be stored under the worklets folder. Okay, so this is one worklet which I have created. So now I want to use this worklet in this workflow designer. That means let me delete this. Okay. So after this session got succeeded, after this session has been succeeded, I want to execute this worklet. So I'm going to connect to this and save it. So this worklet consists of these 2 sessions. Okay, this worklet consists of these 2 sessions. Whenever this session has been completed, execution has been completed, I will execute this worklet. Okay. Now if you start workflow, it is succeeded, and you can see it has triggered the worklet. Next, this one is running. Okay, let it be, it has failed, but still it has triggered both the sessions. That which is present in the worklet. Okay, so most of the times you're going to use this worklet for the validations. That means once the data has been loaded, you're going to do the validations. For this purpose, you're going to use the worklets. So the same concept applies here as well, like the maplet. So we're going to create a set of sessions by using the worklet. We rarely use we use this worklets. Okay, so this is the worklet concept. So any questions about the worklet? Yeah, చెప్పండి.
మీరు సోర్స్ క్వాలిఫైయర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ రీయూజబుల్ కాదన్నారు కదండి.
అవునండి.
బట్ ఇక్కడ మీరు సోర్స్ క్వాలిఫైయర్ ని తీసుకున్నారు కదండి వర్క్లెట్ చేయడానికి.
ఎక్కడ? ఇదా?
సెక్షన్ కింద అండి, క్వశ్చన్స్ కింద సోర్స్ క్వాలిఫైయర్ ని తీసుకున్నారు కదా అక్కడ.
ఇది అంటున్నారా?
అది అంటున్నాను. అది యాక్చువల్గా మీరు రీయూజబుల్ కాదన్నారు కదా, మరి ఇక్కడ మనం రీయూజబుల్ చేస్తున్నాం కదండి.
అక్కడ నేను చెప్పింది రీయూజబుల్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేయలేమని. ఇక్కడ రీయూజబుల్ సెషన్స్. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ ద రీయూజబుల్ transformation, it is about the reusable sessions. Here we are not creating the reusable transformations, we are completely creating a reusable session, not the transformation. Okay, complete mapping మొత్తం reusable అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ సెషన్ తో పాటు. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఒకటే చేయటం లేదు. ఎందుకంటే సోర్స్ అన్నిటికీ ఒకటే ఉండదు కదా ఒక మ్యాపింగ్ కి. మీ సింపుల్ లాజిక్. సో సోర్స్ కెనాట్ బి ద సేమ్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ద మ్యాపింగ్, సో దట్ కెనాట్ బి యూజ్డ్ యాజ్ ఎ రీయూజబుల్. ద సింపుల్ థింగ్. So in our throughout our course we are using EMP and department. That would be the same. That wouldn't be the same case in our real time. the sources will be
Yes.
changing. Okay, same undavu.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, no.
so
Okay. Now I got it. Okay.
మీకు అర్థం అవడం కోసం, సో ఫర్ యువర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ పర్పస్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ ద సేమ్ సోర్స్ అండ్ సేమ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, EMBN department, so that you will understand the concepts much more easier. Okay, so in
Okay.
our real time, we are not going to use the same sources and same source and same targets across all the mappings. Okay, there will be different
Yes.
sources and different targets.
Okay.
Yeah. So any other questions from remaining?
Uh,
Yes, Deepthi.
I don't have question now for these things. I have the other things I want to ask. Can we start for
Okay.
those things? No.
Yeah, one second. Yes, just a minute. So we are done with this. Yeah. Yeah, we can discuss about the doubts, your doubts. So actually that's it for today's session, and if you have any doubts, you can stay on. I'm going to clarify the Deepthi doubts. Deepthi, I will make you a presenter. Show me what's the exact issue we are facing.
Okay, so Prasad, this one, like I
Mm-hmm.
was using this linked up connection. So there I
Mm-hmm.
created this employee ID table,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and why target is like where I wanted to put the data from the SQL transformation. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. Fine.
Oh, just a second.
Maximize. Open the mapping first of all. Mapping. Okay. Let it open the log.
Just a second. Let me put it in the middle. What do you want me to put? Workflow?
Mapping designer. Open the mapping designer. Aditi, don't be in a hurry. Okay, I will wait for some time. Okay, don't be cool. Okay, so open the mapping designer. Okay, now open the SQL transformation.
This is the only one which I was
Yeah,
looking.
yeah. Open the SQL transformation.
Acha,
Open
SQL.
SQL. Okay, go to SQL ports. Yeah. Okay, you are deriving this. Okay, select OK. Close this. Now you run the workflow manager. Yeah, run the workflow. Okay, now open the monitor. Show me the status. Yeah, so it is failed. You can clearly see the message.
Yeah, the table doesn't like he is not able to see the table or the view disappear.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a table, right? I showed you the tables.
Where is the table?
This is the target
Okay,
table.
that is the table you know and me and I can also see. But how the Informatica know? The table is there in the database. How that Informatica will know?
We kept in the mapping, right? Here.
Okay, you kept it in the mapping. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so that connection, the connection which you are using, the target connection, is pointing towards which database?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's connecting to the target database only, but the linked up where I can tell them this is like which connection he need to use, right? The linked up or the spot or which one he need to use. Those things only, right? You were asking.
Yes.
So for that only I have a question. For that, what I did, I again back to here and like here, what I did on target side, this employee tag. Suppose if I get them.
Okay, first of all,
Hmm.
Deepthi,
Yeah.
So if you want to use the database, so if you, as I said, so earlier also I told everyone, so if you want to use any new database, the first thing what you need to do,
I need to put a connection here, right? The database which I'm going to use here.
that Mohanlata, what we need to do when we are creating any new database
We need to
for
give
data.
connections, ODBC connections.
Connections we need to
First of
do.
all, we need to create a separate connections for the database which you
OD,
are using. So is there
yes.
any connections that which you have created for the ODBC? Mohanlata, you can unmute. You can be on mute. Okay. So Deepthi, have you created any connections for the linked up database?
No, Prasad. Actually, I don't know how to
Then
do that. अच्छा तो यहाँ करना है क्या?
yes. Yes. So whenever, so just a minute, don't be in a hurry. Just a second. So have you created the ODBC connection?
Like the way I was showing you, right? There only I just put the when we take the tables from the source and target, that time we just put the names right here. Here only we put the connections, right? Oh no. No, sorry. Here
No.
we are just taking the tables, not the connections. No, configure
Okay.
connection I did, Prasad.
1 second. Just a minute. Just give me the controls. I will request for you the controls.
Okay.
Okay. So I have the control. Okay. So when you want to use this database, okay. So the first thing, whenever if you want to use any database, not only linked up, it can be any database. It can be Oracle or it can be some other database. The first thing you need to do is you need to create the ODBC connections. If you're using one database, you need to create one connection for the ODBC connection and one relational connection for the database. Okay. So here, go to targets, import from database. Here, click on this. Here you need to create one connection.
I created
Just
there.
click. No, you haven't created. These two are existing connections.
No, what I did here configure and there I put the linked up and linked up. That way,
Where, 1 second. Okay, just a minute.
yeah, see, like
So
this.
user ID. Okay, you have done this. So try to create separate connection. Okay, let it be. So I'm going to. Okay, let it be. So you have changed this connections. Okay, so target.
Target
Okay.
also I kept the linked up.
Okay, so you have generated this table on the target database, which is nothing but our linked up now.
Hmm.
Okay, so have you done the changes for this as well? The relation
Not
connections.
here. No, not here.
So you need to do the modifications here as well. Edit, and you need to give the password linked up and linked up. So what is it? So try to create a separate connection so that you can, if you want to again switch back to the previous, if you want to use another database connection, you can just simply use that connection, right? So this will be much more confusing for you to understand which database, which connection is pointing towards which database.
How to do that? Can you just show me once from there? The new one.
Yeah, and select new. So that's the reason. Please refers to the previous classes. Okay, in the first class I have shown you. Okay, so let us say that this is the connection, linked up connection I'm creating up, and this will be pointing username, and password is also linked up only, and the connection will be ORCL. Okay, so we have created one connection for the linked up. Okay, so now I will use that connection. Go to mappings, and this one. Now it is the linked up. Linked up. Select OK.
So there also I can do this, like the Informatica Power Center. There also I need to do the new proper.
Where it is again failed. What is it saying this time? Okay. So here also you need to pass the same connection. The source is pointing towards the wrong database. For this one also, this employee ID you have created in the linked up connection, right? So you need to pass the same connection for this as well. Save it and start workflow. Succeeded. Okay. So it's all about the connection. So if you are just for your understanding purpose, just to try to for the simplification, just I create given the name as source and target, so that whenever if you pass any connections, right, so it will be easy for you to understand. So okay, this connection is pointing towards the source database and this connection is pointing towards the target database. For your understanding purpose, I have given that names as source and target. So actually the names will be in your real time, the database names will be there.
Okay.
Okay.
And can you just go to this Informatica Power Center? There I want to ask you.
Which one? This one?
I was telling you, right? I just kept there the source and
Where?
you were asking me, did you ODBC connection, go to the ODBC connection on the Power Informatica Power Center?
Yeah, import database.
Yeah, so here, do I need to put here linked up and all those?
So
Is it
to just to import the structure we require here to if you want to run any mapping, so let me first of all configure this again. So ignore this message.
so
Okay.
here can I create a separate thing like for the
Yes,
link?
yeah, yes. You can create a spot, and this should be Tiger. This is our source database. Okay.
Hmm.
Let it be.
How I can
And this
create the
target.
separate here?
One second. Let me correct the things which you have changed. Okay. So this one is the target. So please go through the videos. You have the videos, right?
Yes, I
So I
was
have
going the
yeah.
first.
So in the we have all those things. That means how to create the ODBC connection, how to create the relation connections. We were almost like at the end of the course. You're still in confused. It means you're in a confused state that how to create this relation connections. This is the basic thing first you need to learn. Okay, so to create the ODBC connection, just click on add button, and just scroll down, and you need to select this Oracle in 10G and select finish. Ignore this message, and here linked up TNS
What
same
will
will
it
be.
write it again like this? It will again come to me.
You
Yeah.
have one connection. So
No,
if you have any issues, please go through the videos. Then if you're still not able to solve it, then you can ask me. Okay, because we were discussed in detail how to create the connections for the ODBC and how to create the relation connections. Okay, please go through the videos.
okay. Hopefully, I will not get problems in the next. This thing like connection. I was confused. I was going through it, but I don't know.
Just simple, Deepti. Like if you want to use some database, we should have some connect. We should have the connection. Or
Exactly.
to import the connection, to import the structure, we should have ODBC connection. To load the data, we need some relation connection. We need one relation connection to the particular database. Simple.
Yeah. That concept I know. I got to understand also, but like I was failing to do the procedure. Like I was not able to connect to the. Like I thought I did connect it to the LinkedIn. Then why it's not connecting? So I like in the workflow there, I thought like source is there and I already given in the Informatica
No,
Power
no.
Center in the
ODBC is completely different and relation connection is different.
yeah, so that way I got confused, but it's okay. Just
Wait,
for
in your
one thing, this SQL script transformation also, can you just help me there?
oh, 1 second. 1 second. Leave this. Yeah.
So in this
So
one
what
also,
is
like
the
it's not
one
able to
second?
read files.
It is an invalid. Okay, validate. What is the error?
The data from this
1 second, just a minute. Yeah. So validating transformations errors, validate of SQL script transformation. That's no target. There is no target here.
This is not. This is the target I created from the expression.
So where is the target? This is the expression transformation.
No, no, you showed right from the expression. You just go create and like create a red
Hmm?
target. So probably
Yeah.
I deleted the other side.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
You need to connect to this target and it will work. You
okay.
need to connect to this target.
Just a second.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a time? Oh, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me do this.
So 1 second. 1 second. Before that, just a minute. Don't be in a hurry. So have a time. Okay. So just a minute. So you have added this.
Hmm.
1 second. Just give me the control. So you have added this table in Informatica. Still, this table is not existing on the database, right?
Yes. No, it is
Okay.
there.
First of,
Employee underscore SQL.
you have created this on the database.
Yes, I have created. Just a
That's not there. In the linked up or which database we have created?
linked up only I was using project one database I was thinking to create because this is the script in this.
Okay, let it be. So anyhow, so I'm going to convert the table emp underscore SQL. This is the one, right? No, not this
No,
one.
it is not the one. Because this is the script thing we need to create. We will create there only, right?
Just I'm going to convert this to a flat file. Okay, you can create this on the, like we can create it as a table as well. You can
No,
do
no,
it later.
flat file is there. src underscore SQL underscore input file is there. Flat file. See there.
Where?
See in the source. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, okay, so I have converted this into a file. So now this is a file. Okay, don't need to, we know it is not required to create on the target database. Okay, so now SQL transformation
No, not
one.
this one. The script one.
Okay, script one. Okay, workflow and validate it.
Mapping, I think let's check here. Yes.
Okay, so this is the session, sure.
Yes, check the mapping once. Yeah.
SQL script. Yeah, this is the one. Just a minute. Okay, so now select OK. Let's start workflow.
No, here we need, it will fail because we need to put the mapping proper there. I didn't choose the link up there.
Project.list, there is no such file or directory existing on the source file directory. Have
It
you
is there.
created any list file?
Yeah, it is there.
Where you have created that? in the src file directory?
Yes, it's there only.
If it is there, it should find, but it's not there.
So
Which one?
project
Which one?
underscore list.
Which one?
This is project underscore list.
List.dat. This one you're saying?
Yes.
So here, one thing you need to see is .dat file. Okay. So what is the file you have given as an input? Here, for which file it is searching for?
Project underscore list only, not that list.
Why it is searching for that file? So I have told you couple of times for each and every one. So when you are passing any flat file, you need to pass along with the extension. So what you have passed here,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
list. It won't recognize for sure because you need to pass along with the extension. So it can be any extension .dat, .csv, whatever it is. You need
So,
to pass along with the extension.
do we need to, like, I haven't prepared with the dot dat, but Sushma told me like do with the dot dat. So that there is a reason
No,
I.
it can be done with any, not only DAT.
So there is no like see the other file project underscore list. This one I have created earlier. So
This one list, okay. So what would be the extension for this?
dot txt.
Yes, so it's a txt file. So first of all, what you need to do is, first of all, go
Mm-hmm.
to organize and folder options and view. Okay. Now it is showing the complete file name with the along with the extension. Okay, just copy this file name. Okay, and just add it. And I'm unable to copy and paste it. Just add the file name. Just copy and add it. Okay.
Okay. No, it is not.
Then type it .txt. At the end, just type .txt.
I'm trying to type only. It's not working, Prasad.
One second. No, no, you tried.
No.
One second. Let me do that as well. Let me try from this. One second. Okay, can you try now?
Okay.
No?
Like no.
One second. Okay, give the name. Okay, so one second. Let me try for the last time. Just give the appropriate name. It will work. What happened?
Okay. Let me delete it and then I will paste it.
Yeah.
No.
No, you need. No, it should be a case sensitive.
Hmm.
This the same, right? Just a
Hmm.
minute. Underscore list dot dat.
Dat txt I give the txt one. Both are okay, right? Like, both files are there. No, nothing. Let me put
No,
it.
no,
Here.
no, no. Okay, just a minute. Leave it.
Any Prasad, like Prasad, there are some changes added. What do you want me to do? No?
So which file you want to load? You can put that name.
क्या problem है?
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. One second.
Yeah, I'm not doing. You do.
Okay. So which file do you want to? This one you want to?
Yes, try this one.
Okay, list.dat.
Hmm. I need to delete this one thing. We need to copy. It's not getting copy and paste. We need to write it.
One second, one second. What are the scripts that you have kept in this DAT?
Insert. I'm just creating the table.
Okay, DDL and insert. Check whether this table has been created on the corresponding database. On which database you are trying to create this?
Link the only.
Projects.
Projects one I wanted to create because
So the what is
projects
the
two is
oh,
like
so now it will be created 1 minute.
yeah.
Just give me the controls.
Yeah, you use it like you have the control.
So you have added this condition. This is the target. So the target is pointing towards which connection?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not pointing towards the linked up. It is pointing towards
It's got only
no.
link the only pointing.
So that means it is failed.
There is some connection problem. I need to check it again.
So that's the reason you should not edit the existing connection. You can see could not open the script project.ddl.
Hmm.
What is the name you have created here? Project underscore ddl.txt you need to give. Just you have given underscore ddl in the script, the list file.
Uh-huh.
In the list.dat, what is the name you have given?
Ah, okay. I need to full form. I need to put there. Okay.
1 second. Before that, okay, let it be leave the extension. So you have given here underscore dot underscore ddl. What is the name you have passed it in the list file? Dot
Top.
ddl.
Uh-huh.
So that's the reason. Don't try to type it. Just copy and paste it, and there wouldn't be mistakes in file names. Don't try to type it. Just copy and paste it. Okay. Just take the file name and just paste it.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
pass the connection. Sorry, pass the exact names and write. It will work.
Do I need to put the extension as well or no?
You need to whatever it is, though it can be .txt, .dat, whatever it is. You need to pass the exact file name along with the extension.
Okay.
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 Okay. File
Okay.
name dot extension. If you try with that, it will work.
Okay, fine. I will try.
Because I am also getting late for the office.
No, no
Sure.
problem. Thank you, Prasad.
Yeah. So please don't type it, okay, Deepti. So
Yeah.
usually these are the simple mistakes you do when you're learning. So don't try to type it. Just copy and paste it. Whatever the file it might be, just copy and paste it so that it will pick up the exact file. Okay.
Okay.
So
Fine,
okay, so
Prasad.
Yeah, Mohanlata and Vijesh, any questions from your side?
And there is no questions, Prasad, today.
So that's it for today's session, and see you in the next class.
Prasad, whenever you get time, just please upload the resume and the interview question answer.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Actually, I am quite busy with my office work. I will do that. Yeah, sure.
No problem. ठीक है. Okay. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Prasad.